Well, for people of a certain age who grew up in the 80s and the 90s, many of you might recall it was a time when TV stations, namely, Channel 4 was quite new and wanted to push the boundaries a bit. And likewise, ITV wanted to follow suit. So, of course, we had Terry Christian and The Word with some obviously controversial stunts and celebrities on there. And we also had on the ITV side of things, the James Whale radio show, which I remember, both of these shows I remember fondly. So it is with sadness for me, because James Whale was one of those people that you either loved him or hated him, has passed away aged 74. He'd had kidney cancer, and I know he'd been in remission. I'm not sure whether it was one or two times, but this time, obviously, it had spread to other parts of his body, and he announced last week that he hadn't got, long left, really. Anyway, so yes, so it's quite sad to know that he's passed away age 74. And to be honest, this last couple of weeks has been a bit like that, obviously with Ozzy Osbourne and, of course, across the water, Hulk Hogan. So whether you liked James Whale or not, it's still quite sad, I think. Anybody dying, especially with cancer, I know all too well from a personal level that, a year back, maybe longer, it was suspected that I'd actually got kidney cancer, and, I'd been ill for a number of years, and, that was something that they thought I'd got, which, even today, even though it wasn't, did affect me and has, been detrimental to my health anyway. But, as I say, James Whale, controversial figure, had some very interesting guests on. I remember there was Wayne Hussey from The Mission, and there was Lemmy from Motörhead, and at one point I remember they turned up. They were absolutely smashed, and they got thrown off the show. I remember a great interview back in the early days with the horror writer Sean Hudson, a massive Iron Maiden fan. It was just a great show, and I miss those sort of TV programs that they had back then. So anyway, R.I.P. James, and thanks for watching.